So welcome back to another session of our top trade setup and market analysis. So let's start with the DXY. And as you can see right here, DXY is still not very decisive in its momentum. So far, so good. Let's take a look at the 8-hour time frame, to be honest. So right here on the 8-hour time frame, you can see that although we still have this momentum right here, okay, a couple of highs, all right, with their lows. However, since Monday, that the market retested this particular region right here, this demand zone here, and it made a very good rebound from there. On the 1-hour time frame, it is much obvious there. However, you can still see that we have a well mitigated demand zone right here. All right, so the market rebounded from there, and since then it just phased out throughout the day. Dollar didn't really do anything significant, in my opinion. However, I'm still leaning quite bullish on the dollar for now. All right, I said that anything above this particular box in my last video, I believe I said something like this. Anything inside this box to the upside, I will be bullish. Anything below here to the downside, I will be bearish. All right, in a nutshell, let me just draw it out for you. Okay, if the market comes all the way down here, we tested this particular region at 98.60. Okay, I will still be looking for buy opportunity because it's still staying above a very decent resistance zone. All right. However, if it happens to now come down here and break below the structure, and then we get a pullback, I will be looking to short all the way down to probably zero. All right, I'm just kidding, but you get the point. Okay, so that is more like my plan right now on DXY. Okay, if we get a retest of this tomorrow as well, we might get a push to the upside. But technically, right now it is not looking very clear. Even on the 1-hour time frame, it just fades away. All right, it technically just fades away. The dollar index fades away. But if you're looking to trade these on a more intraday plan, okay, maybe on 1 hour or maybe 30-minute time frame, I would say that wait for a break below this particular zone, all right, a probably particular level in a way, or a break above this level right here. I'm talking about 99.60, 99.60 and 99.40. All right, a break below 99.40 is good, or a break above 99.60 is good for a buy. All right, a buy above 99.60 and a sell above below 99.40. So that is more like an intraday plan for you. Okay, if you get that, I think you should look for it, okay, on DXY per se. So just watch out. Nothing is actually very clear on DXY for now. I'm just gonna sit on my hands and manage the little trade I have running on Euro, Dollar, and Pound USD. So that's it. Let's take a look at some trade recommendation I have planned for you, and we're going to be kicking off with gold. Okay, as usual, I do trade gold both on the swing plan and intraday plan. All right, and as you can see right here, gold has done the unimaginable thing. Okay, the craziest stuff happened on Friday when we got the CME Kool-Aid. All right, I call it Kool-Aid because that is more like what it sounds to me with all the excuses and all. Okay, the Kool-Aid. We're talking about the CME right here when everything froze on Friday. Okay, it literally just freezes, and it's crazy. All right, but should you be expecting something like that in the future? Maybe. Should you expect more in the future? Probably. All right, but at the end of the day, we still have to trade. Okay, just know that we are not trading in an invincible system. Okay, it's still being monitored, it's still being measured, it's going through a lot. So watch out. This is not the time to risk all your life savings in the market. Okay, nothing is certain, just so you know. All right, so back to the real life, which is the market. All right, so what do we have on gold? So far so good. Gold is still trapped back inside this range. However, I'm more leaning towards buy right now. Okay, a retest of 41.60, I might look to buy. All right, buy all the way to the upside, because I mean we've already had a very decent momentum in the last couple of days. So there's no point in not following up with this momentum right now. So just watch out. Okay, watch out. Look for a very good entry. However, I don't like trading inside the range. So I would probably be looking for a breakout. All right, or maybe a break below this particular structure for me to look for a good entry. So just watch out. All right, inside this range, I trade only on the 5-minute and 15-minute time frame. So let me quickly share that with you real quickly before we actually jump and move forward. So today I took some trade. Okay, I woke up quite early today, so I was able to take some short position right here. During the Asian market, I'm talking about 5 a.m. Nigerian time. Okay, I was able to get into a short trade. It actually took me up a little bit before it now dropped down, and that was actually a very fine trade because I had all through and I was able to make around 2.6%. All right, and then later, probably during the mid London market, okay, we got a pullback, a very heavy pullback, which kind of gave me an entry around here again. I took a short and that did not play very well. You can see right here I lose minus 1%. So in total I was able to make plus or minus 1.3% with the commission, the spread, and all. I was able to make 1.3%, which is still quite fair. But since then, I just got tired of gold. Okay, I don't like trading more than 2-3 positions, okay, in a day. So since I got this one and I miss this one or I lose this one, I just zero my mind from gold today. But back to a swing plan, you can even see that right here, it's all looking very skimmish at the top here. Good lord. It's all looking very skimmish at the top here. Nothing is actually very certain yet on gold. So I would chill. I would chill a little bit, but I will not sleep on it. Okay, because we still have a very good resistance stone support here, especially if you take it to 1 hour time frame. It's a very vivid resistance that probably be used as support later. So maybe we get a buy to the upside from there. And peradventure, this particular key zone did not hold the price, and we get a push to the downside like this. I guess it's going to be another drop all the way back to maybe 4,000, 4040, or maybe 3900. Okay, we've been calling for this 3900 for a while now. Maybe it's going to happen, maybe not. But a break below this particular structure right here, I'm talking about a break below 4160, okay, 4160, then we should expect a further drop back to this place or here, or maybe all the way down to 3900. So watch out for gold, okay? But largely, I'm still very bullish on gold, just so we are clear on that as well. So should we talk about Euro USD? Let's take a look at Euro dollar. So right here on Euro dollar looks quite decent. As you can see, it is ranging right now. However, I took a short trade, okay? I took a short trade around here. But so far, so good. Because of the dollar index inconsistency and instability, let's put it that way, okay, I've been quite very cautious on how I manage this trade. My stop loss is still largely above here, to be honest. But I'm being very cautious on how I manage this particular position overall because of the inconsistency on the dollar index. However, if I were you, I would still say Euro dollar is still good for a short. All right, it's good for a short. However, this particular channel right here is not helping. I'm talking about this bullish channel right here. It is not helping because if you also take a look at what I shared earlier on DXY, you'll notice that we also have the same channel but on the bearish side on DXY right here. You can see, okay, so it's coming up. All right, that's it. So you can see right there we have this bearish channel on DXY. So it's just very weird. All right, it is just very much weird based on their correlation, their inverse correlation and all like that. So I will just sit on this one for a while, probably just hold on to that short position and see if it's gonna be a good one. Maybe, and maybe not. You really can't tell. All right, but I'm just gonna sit on that short. However, if we get a break above here, above this supply zone right here, a break above it, the pullback, yeah, I will be looking for a buy for sure, because by that time DXY will have probably fall below that 99.40 that we're talking about, or even cross below 98.60. All right, which would lead to maybe 94 something in the nearest future. So just watch out for gold. Watch out for gold and watch out for Euro US dollar in the next couple of days. All right, on pound dollar as well. I think pound dollar it's more better for a short than Euro dollar in my personal opinion, because right here we have this particular structure here. Okay, we have this support, turn, resistance. As a matter of fact, it's been retested multiple times, and we've gotten a break of this particular flag pattern around here. So I would say that a short is quite on the table for me. And when you take a look at this on the daily time frame, even if we go a little bit higher to like a weekly time frame, you will see that pound dollar is coming from a very strong demand zone at the top here. Okay, supply zone, excuse me. So it's a range, by large, it's a range in my opinion. Okay, it's a big fat range, and we've seen a multi-year resistance getting retested. I'm talking about this particular high that happened or occurred in 2022, and in 2025, 3 years later, got retested again. So we might also get a retest of this demand zone at the bottom here. That is more like my major view, or let's say a technical view on pound USD on the long term. However, it is not clear yet, okay, because taking this to a daily time frame, we've got a better view at the short. All right, yeah, something like this. Okay, we've got a more better view right here. You can see we have this particular zone right here. Okay, getting retested, getting rejected, and now it seems that it's coming down. Okay, if at all I'm going to sit on this, I'll probably target this region first. All right, something like that. Probably a retest of this particular region before we get a push to the upside later. But dollar index again, inconsistent, unstable, very weird. So you might want to be careful on how you approach pound dollar in the next couple of days. But it has a better structure when you compare it with the Euro USD. And you can see the momentum from the top here, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. It is right there for the taking. So just watch out for pound dollar. It can be a good one. If I'm ever going to be buying pound, okay, I'm talking about pound dollar here. If I'm ever going to be buying pound dollar, I guess it has to be like this. Okay, ever going to be buying pound dollar, it has to be like this. All right, something like this. Okay, I want 1, 2, 3, 4. That this particular wave pattern, that will be what this exact pattern, that will be what will be leading me to buying pound dollar for a long term, right? But for now, a double top right here, a double top at the top here, right? And we get a break of this particular structure here. Okay, a break below here. I mean, it is just there for the taking. But let's watch out because dollar is still not stable. You can see I keep repeating that dollar is not stable because actually it is not. So let's just watch out for everything altogether. Pound dollar for me is bearish, all right, for now. But anything can change in the next couple of days. So watch out, guys. I will see you in the next one. Don't forget again on EU. Oh, excuse me for that. On EU, we are looking for a potential short, right? On GU, we are looking for a potential short as well. On XAU, we are looking for, XAU, we're looking for a long, all right, a buy opportunity, provided that the market stay above 41.70. Okay, stay above 41.70, you look for buy opportunity. A short on gold, that would be if it breaks below 41.60 or even 41.55. Okay, a break below that region, then you might want to short it probably to 4100 or 40.40. Okay, thereabout. That will be a good place to target on gold. So just watch out on gold, watch out on EU, watch out on GU. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye for now.